This time I'm going to take a look at a very good game in contrast to the pile of dreck that I reviewed last week. Developed by Treasure and released for the Sega Genesis in 1993, Gunstar Heroes is a run-and-gun shooter game akin to games like Contra and Metal Slug. The game has a very arcade style to it. If you're playing by yourself and have a second controller plugged in, anyone can press start to join in and help you along in the game. Two-player mode has sort of a friendly fire. While you can't shoot your partner, you can hurt them using the throw attack, and if your partner dies, they can hit start to return to the game at the cost of half your HP. The player characters are Red and Blue, who are twin brothers, and all the characters except for one are named after colors, and that's the M. Bison lookalike known as Smash Daisaku. The story depends on which version you go by. In the Western story, Dr. Brown... No, not that Dr. Brown. Stopped a destructive android called Gold and Silver by taking away the 4 gems that were his power source and sealed him on the moon. The Empire... close enough. Wants to revive Gold and Silver and collected the gems that power him with the help of Gunstar's oldest brother, Green, who is being mind-controlled. The Western story has no explanation as to why they want to reawaken Gold and Silver. In the Japanese story, however, the 3 Gunstar brothers, Green and the twins Red and Blue, stopped Gold and Silver by sealing him on the moon and hiding the gems that power him. After they went into suspended animation, Dr. Brown unearths Red and Blue. Green, however, is missing. He's working for the Empire and has amnesia. The Empire wants to reawaken Gold and Silver, thinking he's a god that will lead him to the Promised Land. This is considered the correct version due to the sequel, Gunstar Superheroes for the GBA, follows this storyline. The controls are simple. C jumps, B fires, and A switches your weapons around. Pressing C while in the air or while holding down allows you to perform a physical attack. Quickly tapping B near an enemy will throw them, and you can throw them forward, upward, or diagonally. If you duck while pressing B, you'll pick up an item. When you start the game, you're given a choice of either selecting Free Shot or Fixed Shot. Free Shot allows you to run while firing. Fixed Shot, you stand in one place while firing, but you can aim in 8 directions. If you're in a one-player game, I recommend Free Shot, otherwise you'll have to bunny hop your way to the boss if you choose Fixed Shot. There are 4 types of guns. You select one at the start and you can pick up a second one in the levels. When you have 2 weapons, you can switch between them or combine them for an even more powerful weapon. The 4 weapons are Force, which is a rapid-fire weapon, Lightning, a laser that goes through enemies, Chaser, a homing bullet, and Fire, a short-range flamethrower. Now if you combine them, you get both effects, and that's how you'll be playing most of the game. Fire and Fire is the most powerful weapon, but Lightning and Chaser is the most effective and makes the game a cakewalk. Although it's not entirely reliable, as sometimes it'll home in on things that can't be destroyed, and you have to let go of the fire button just so you can go back to killing the swarms of enemies that are coming for you. There's 7 levels, and with the right weapon combination, Lightning and Chaser, you can finish it in under an hour. You'll be able to select which one of the 4 stages you want to complete, but it doesn't matter which order you complete them in. The jungle is a good level to start with, as it's pretty easy with no gimmicks. The boss here is Pink. She's in a giant mech piloted by a nerdy guy, and her bodyguard will shoot at you. Get on the mech's knee and use your slide kick and you'll defeat it with no problem. The airbase is relatively short. Jump up the scaffolding as you follow the world's slowest airship. Once you get on the ship itself, just keep firing while avoiding the bombs that float down. You can even throw them back if you want to. Soon you'll fight Not Bison and he'll fly around and drop bombs. Avoid the bombs as you cannot throw these back. After Not Bison is defeated, you'll fight Orange. For a big guy, he's fast, and the widely swinging platform doesn't help either. Don't stay on the same level as him, and don't stand next to him either. If you throw him into the edge of the screen, you'll do massive damage. You'll notice a black bar that'll slowly make its way over on the left side of the screen. This video glitch just gives you less room to move around. The Strange Fortress is short, but it feels long. Once you get inside the base itself, you have to throw the dice so you can move across the board, either fighting mini-bosses or completing challenges. There is one boss that's tricky, and that's Curry and Rice. You're not allowed to use your gun, so you're reduced to punching. You have to take one for the team as he almost always lands a hit. He has little health, but damn, he's a bitch. Get him into a corner and just keep punching. Watch out for his head, as that will explode after he's beaten just to try and finish you off. I can guarantee you that you'll have to fight him. If you manage to skip over his space, you'll land on the square marked the way back, just so you could go back and fight him. After the dice maze, you'll fight Black in a giant mech. Stand in the corner and fire at him, just don't stand on or near anything flashing. And when you defeat him, he'll throw a fake gem that'll explode. Stand in the corner and shoot him once after he throws the fake gem and he'll throw the real one. In the underground mine, you'll be on a little mining cart and you can double jump to switch from the floor to the ceiling and vice versa. This is probably the most fun level in the entire game, so I recommend saving it for last. The boss is Green, riding a mech known as 7 Force. 7 Force has 7 forms. Depending on the difficulty you have set, you'll either get 3, 5, or all 7. The first form is always the Soldier Force. Stay on the ceiling the whole time, and when he leans back, quickly go to the floor, then jump back up after the boomerangs are off screen. After you defeat the soldier form, anything else is totally random, so you'll just have to react. The next level is straightforward. Keep going until you reach the end. This has the most enemies in the game and can probably be the most frustrating if you don't have the right weapons. And Lightning Chaser is not the right weapon, as it homes in on crates, barrels, and hovercrafts. At the end, you'll come to the last boss, an android whose only attack is love, love, dancing. But then, Not Bison comes in and throws him away. Not Bison is fought in 2 phases. The first phase, he'll fly around and drop bombs. The only thing you have to worry about is when he performs his Psycho Crusher. Stop firing and jump over him. In phase 2, he slowly moves towards you, keep away from him at all costs, as he'll throw you and it does a lot of damage. He will also jump in the air and use a Dawson kick, but more than likely he'll inch his way over to the corner of the screen and fire his gun at you. The projectiles are extremely easy to avoid. After a cutscene where you hand the gems over to Gray, the leader of the Empire, to save your sister Yellow, you'll take to the stars to follow the Empire's Imperial-class Star Destroyer. This level is essentially a clone of the mining level, only you have more movement available to you. You can dash by hitting the jump button. After you defeat 7 Force again, you'll go inside and fight your way to the boss room. This boss has 3 phases: Hammer, Serpent, and Runner. Hammer will try to shoot you and slam itself upon you. Serpent will fire energy at you, and the Runner will throw energy at you. The Runner is the easiest to avoid as it throws energy along the ground and throws it upward and continues this pattern until it's destroyed. And at the last stage, you'll fight all the bosses. Again, and they are dead simple compared to the first time you faced them, except for the last one. For the first boss, just duck and fire and it'll never hit you. The second boss, it moves slow and slide under it when it gets too close. With the third boss, be on the opposite side of the screen and don't be on the same level. The fourth boss will make an energy maze that you'll have to navigate through. Then it'll send out 3 lasers that will rotate around him. Jump up on the platform and move across the boss to the other side. Now you'll face the one that's a bit on the tricky side. He'll block your attack and throw stars at you. You have to attack at the right time. The best strategy is to move between the top and bottom platforms, as he will always try to be on the same level as you, and he can't block when he's switching platforms. After you defeat Green, now all you have to do is face the final boss, Gold and Silver. Be sure to grab the heart power up as you need all the health you can get. The strategy is, don't shoot him, shoot the gems, and stay as far away as you can from him. When he gets close, wall jump over him to go to the other side. And when he disappears, wall jump as he'll appear right next to you to attack. He's easy to avoid, but he hits hard. When he gets to about 4,000 HP, he'll take a back seat and let the gems attack. Just keep moving and firing and you'll defeat him. Gunstar Heroes is an amazing game for its time, and it's still fun to play to this day. There is one flaw, however. If you're shooting while running and jump, there's no momentum, so if you need to jump, you have to stop shooting before you can make your jump. Gunstar Heroes is so awesome that it's available on all the gaming platforms: Steam, Xbox Live Arcade, PlayStation Network, the Wii Virtual Console, and iOS platforms. However, the online co-op for the PSN and Xbox Live is messed up. If one of you dies, you can't join in for half of your partner's HP. You have to wait for your partner to die so that the level can restart with both of you. Gunstar Heroes belongs on any top 10 list of the 16-bit era, and I highly recommend giving this game a try.